We are here with Truman men's soccer head coach Duke Cochran for the weekly video recap for TrumanBulldogs.com to talk about the Bulldogs' 2-0 week in MIAA play last weekend, defeating Fort Hays State 2-1 before taking care of Southern Nazarene 3-0 over the weekend. Coach, let's just go ahead and, like we always do, walk through those matches and talk about how your team got to 2-0 last week.
Fort Hays game, team actually came out on fire, scored in the first three, which was great, but I think Fort Hays is a very strong team, and they responded within the next 5 and got their own goal. They're number 8 out of the midfield. He's a special player. And we marked him well, won a tackle, ball popped out. He got to it first and put a fairly easy shot away that he just got to off the tackle. So made it 1-1, and then the game from there was, it was pretty even, I would say, to be fair to both teams. They're a very good squad, and as far as teams going forward, they're as good as any I've seen. On the counter, they're pretty fast. They combine well to break you down into the attacking third. So our guys did a pretty good job dealing with those guys, pulling them off sides. Need to do a better job. But half ended 1-1. Second half, a little more of the same, but they did come at us. Had several corner kicks, which, good for our guys to defend the goal and give them the corner as opposed to the goal. Got a penalty kick that, I've seen it called, I think, because of the way our keeper clattered through them. I don't think their player was going to get to the ball, but it looked violent. So, Duke Cochran, though, goes through some rituals that, who knows, I'm sure a ref is going to punish him at some point for it. But came up big, saved a penalty kick. It's 1-1, we're at home. If you're going to be the Truman keeper, that's what we're looking for, saves that keep us in games with a chance to win. Saved it, got the corner, saved the corner, and then fortunate, games back and forth. They still have a little bit more of the play in our end, but we're defending well, and we get rewarded with a penalty kick again. Don't necessarily think it's a PK, but maybe it's a make-up call, and for whatever reason, I'm not going to ask. You just hope that you get those calls at home. And then some shenanigans on their PK as well, which is just a bit ridiculous. But Tony Ludicky stepped up and he buried it twice, and he had to. And I think because of the first one he hit, he might have scared the crap out of the goalie because he hit a bomb. And I think that maybe threw the keeper off on how to even save his next one. And Luda went the other way. Went up 2-1. Our guys withstand pressure. They get a free kick that just hits the outside of our post. Ends 2-1 with a win, which, as a young team that we've been trying to figure out how to beat teams in front of us, couldn't be happier.
All right, and then you recover a couple days later on Saturday, kind of a dreary day to take on a Southern Nazarene team. It's better than the record indicated.
Yeah, I was interested to see how we respond because obviously we got up for Fort Hays, and those games, especially no matter how they work out, winning them, you're very excited, and it can drain you more than you realize. Emotionally, it can really kind of take its toll. But guys started really well. I mean, we scored within the first 15. It's a good goal, and we were in and around their goal the whole first half, but just couldn't put that one goal in that kind of would create that, hey, let's get another one. So we won 1-0 at half, and that team, again, they're not as bad as their record indicates. They've got some good players. They just kind of have some holes in their team that you can find, some gaps that you can attack. And it took us to about the 75th minute before we got that second crucial goal to kind of take a breath. And, 2 went to 3 pretty quickly. So they're not a bad side, but the thing I was pleased with was, really looking for consistency from one game to the next and not getting up for one game and not the next. And it shouldn't ever matter who you play. It's how you play. So guys did really well, especially dealing with a lot of the injuries that we do have. So it was a good weekend.
Earlier Tuesday afternoon, Tony Ludicky had the PK winner against Hayes, got the game winner against Southern Nazarene, that first goal, named MIAA Player of the Week. It's the third time a Bulldog's been named Player of the Week this season. Talk about Tony's week and what you saw out of him and how deserving he was of that award.
Well, I think it's nice anytime your players that are doing well get awards. I'm sure there's other players within the conference that are just as deserving, but his goal against Fort Hays it's the biggest one because it's 1-1. You know, it's less than 5 left to play. That PK spot at our field, if you've ever taken one off of it, is not very good. And he had to take it twice. So, redshirt sophomore right now, what I think finally happened for Luda was, you know, last year he would get opportunities and hit posts and just almost score. I think this year he's really shown that his scoring prowess, that he is a goal scorer, you know. And true goal scorers love penalty kicks because they're stats, they're free stats. And that's how those are the PK takers you want. Guys that see it that way, view it that way, give it to me, I want it. And kudos to Andy, because Andy can take them too, but Andy was the one taken down. And for a senior captain to turn and give Luda that ball, it says a lot about his belief in Luda too. So, and then the next game, I think he just continued to go with it and got a pretty good goal off a slotted ball from Andy. So that chemistry, those two playing off each other, is also key as we move into the tournament time of year. You know, teams that are playing well now, those are the ones that are going to win.
All right, just 3 matches left in the regular season. You got 2 of them this weekend, also at home.
Yeah.
Celebrating homecoming weekend here on the Truman campus. Lindenwood, huge match on Friday, 2 o'clock, before Southwest Baptist comes to town on Sunday at 2. Talk about what you're looking for out of your team this week to get ready for a battle for first place on Friday.
Friday's match, there's no way around it. It's the conference title on the line for both teams. So glad we're at home. You know, we've been on the road a lot. I'm glad last weekend we established ourselves at home, kind of showing no matter if you're a good team or a struggling team, you come in here, this is where we play. So this Friday, you know, I'm looking for, again, consistency from our guys, and I think there's belief. So we need a lot of hard work in training, because I feel like we've been out working teams these last couple games, which help buy luck at the end of the day. So I'm looking for our Truman team to just come out of the gate, establish themselves on our field against the Lindenwood team. That's very good. You know, Lindenwood doesn't have a loss in conference, so it'd really be nice to give them their first at our place. So we'll get by that one before we even talk about the next one.
All right, a pair of 2 o'clock matches this weekend on Friday and Sunday here on Truman's campus as part of homecoming. We'll look forward to talking with you next week on TrumanBulldogs.com. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.